The winner of this will be the last qualifier from the morning session. And so far, SoulKey is up 1-0.
And another fantastic mech map, mind you.
That is true.
You can split this map in half. You can put a planetary dead in the middle, which is going to cover both ways. From there, it's just about building that mech death ball. We'll see if BravO wants to go for that again. Seemed like SoulKey already kind of knew what BravO's style was, so maybe SoulKey will be expecting it again. We'll have to wait and see. But hold on. Hold the phone, Valdez.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought, Valdez. We're seeing his very, very early SCV. And I dare say we're going to see.
You don't even have to dare, man. This is like...
I'm daring to say this, Brendan. I'm daring.
Let's see where he puts it.
Yeah, let's see how many. It's going to be the 2 racks. Second SCV coming out of the main now.
Yeah, he's this is pretty far away, but it's not going to be scouted.
Indeed not. Yeah, you are right. It is pretty far away.
Yeah, I mean, this is the trade-off you make sometimes where you have to decide where to put the 2 racks when you go for it. You put it closer and risk being scouted. Like, they're saying the different locations here, the observer. Or, you put it farther away and it's not going to be scouted. Maybe you build up some Marines and go in for a push, and they just don't know.
Yeah.
And then you send in the SCV, start building bunkers with all those Marines to protect, and then you're like, uh-oh. So...
You have to wait and see. Oh, it is going to be gas before pool, which is going to be the best kind of build that BravO wants to deal with. Means the spawning pool is going to be even later. There's going to be 1 less drone in mineral production, in mineral gathering, which just means it's going to be less of everything. And absolutely no scout whatsoever. We're going to see the Overlord come in and scout the lone supply depot, which is going to give everything away. He's going to be like, oh crap, there is Raxus on the map. I have to send a drone down, and there we go. He's going to see it. Gonna have to get that Overlord in a much better position as well. And even more drones going down, maybe a little bit early.
He's not wasting any time with this.
Yeah, he's got to shut it down now.
If you can just take out the bunkers, it takes away so much power from this push.
He's putting so many drones down. He wants to get a surround on that Marine. As long as the longer he delays this bunker for even starting, the better chance he has when the Zerglings come out. Oh, almost a surround on the SCV.
Yep, and here's the start on the first bunker. And now with 3 Marines, it's going to be even easier to stop this. See when he puts down that spine crawler, or if he even does. He's only making Zerglings at this moment.
Wow, he's actually committing to a mineral walk over these Marines. Oh, he gets us around on 1. Very nicely done. SoulKey with the micro. He's got to get back those 2 more Marines. And that was 4 drones. Ooh.
You know what? He gets a couple Marines, but there's 2 popping out at a time, and the bunker's going to be finished. He can start a closer one here. But he does buy a lot of time for the Zerglings. But the question is it enough?
Zerglings are going to be going towards those 2 Raxes. Oh, no, he's actually going to cut off the Marines. Marines actually completely out of position.
No.
And, oh, this rush is over.
Yep.
Completely over. You cannot do that. And very, very smart rotation back from SoulKey. He's going to stop all the Marines getting in the bunker. He can let them go in. It's only going to be 2.
Yeah, he just kills a bunker.
That
surround is just enough to take it.
The only redeeming factor is the fact that he did kill 4 drones. But that is not enough to warrant a proxy 2 racks failing.
Yeah. Well, now these 2 racks going to be out of position here for a bit. Let's see if SoulKey goes and tries to get these Marines.
They're going to be hard. They're going to be
it's too hard.
Hidden away. As long as he makes a spine crawl at the front of his natural, he will be fine against any sort of Marine follow-up. You always usually see a Marine follow-up like this because you can make a CC and continue to make Marines. You do have that kind of income, as we see now. And there we go. Spine crawler. Might want it out a little bit further just so the Marines can't just run by it. But SoulKey, in a good position now.
Yeah. Just droning up here, not committing to any Zergling shenanigans. He may have tried to run towards the main base, but not going to go for it. Just going to try to pick off some of these Marines as they pop out of the racks.
Yeah.
Force them to lift. And there we go.
Nicely done. He kind of gets an idea of exactly where the Marines are, or the other Marines are on the map. Yeah, he's very, very comfortable at this point. He has the map control. He has the towers.
Now he's going to just poke at the front. CC is going to have to be made on the high ground here inside the base. He's actually going to go with 2 CCs.
Yeah, I mean, why not? When it's kind of the situation, there's going to be no follow-up. There's going to be no bailing all in or anything. And it's a great position for SoulKey. He is going for the kind of a gasless style because he knows there's obviously going to be no sort of pressure from Hellions or anything early on. No drops or anything of the sort. So he will just get 2 extra creep queens. We'll start spreading the creep like crazy, getting that 3rd base very soon.
There it is.
It's completely on time.
SoulKey looking good once again coming into this game.
He's looking absolutely fantastical. That is a word that I remember Artosis saying.
Artosis is funny with his words.
He has got great words, man. I want a Artosis dictionary.
Well, we're just seeing the Terran in the base tech up here a bit, get that factory into Starport here.
Yeah, so BravO finding what he can. It's gonna be really up to him to find a way out of this sort of sticky situation. He's gonna be behind economically, and you know his tech is a little bit better, but with these extra queens, SoulKey is gonna be feeling very, very safe. Not the best creep spread yet, though, which is one thing that SoulKey is lacking.
Mm-hmm.
He has just been focusing on droning very, very hard. Up to 41 now, 43.
Yeah, he is pumping those, man. And once that 3rd base gets up, he's going to have so much larva. He's going to be able to get a really great economy. He knows this push from BravO is going to be delayed for a while here.
And already spores being made. Safety spores already made. Failing nest as well. So SoulKey going to be planning for everything that could be coming out.
Yeah, well, win ahead, just be safe, which is also another Artosis way to play the game.
Something like that. I think win ahead, get more ahead.
I think that may be the official quote. But don't quote me on that.
All right, man. All right, Valdez.
Roll Queen slowly making the walk.
Starleague's looking for this round on the Hellions. It's just not going to happen, or is it?
He gets some damage.
Speed not nearly close enough for him to get away, really.
Yeah. SoulKey, again, he is just pumping those drones.
Ooh.
He finally starts to make some links.
A lot of links being added, actually. 22.
Yeah.
Maybe he's seen something. That's, how many is that? 55 workers now. You can see a lot of Zerglings on the way. I wonder if he plans to make more. It looks like he might be going for a big surround on those Hellions.
Yeah. May just want to shut down this push hard before it gets into a big ball. Regain that map control, like be safe. And here we go. Exactly. Gets the 2 Hellions.
I wonder if he would go for like a Ling Bane all-in follow-up. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, looking at what we have from BravO right now, just maybe. Valdez, just maybe.
Just maybe. I mean, if he starts to morph some Banelings out here, the Banshee will find them. And
yeah.
he will kill them.
That is the biggest problem of all. The Banshee's there now. Banshee knows exactly how many Zerglings and where they are. So we are going to see that transition into mutas and upgrades.
Pretty good. I mean, no reason to try to kill BravO right now. You're already ahead. Get more ahead.
Just get more ahead, man. Take that 4th base. Start creep spreading. There's no reason to risk anything at this point. Not a thing. You're not behind. There's no reason for SoulKey to be in that mindset. So
yeah.
He's in a very comfortable position, and it's entirely up to BravO to figure out a way to come back. And it looks like it is going to be that mech choice once again.
Yeah. We do see SoulKey already getting the range upgrades, so maybe reading into this, getting those the Roach Horn as well, and saving up, making a bunch of Overlords before this mute as well. Just wants to pop a bunch of those out, start harassing, shutting down any kind of harass.
Very early mutas. I like this a lot. Considering what we have from BravO so far, we see Thor's in the making now, but they're still way away. One Thor out in the map.
We actually see SoulKey waiting on this. He's not like pumping the mutas out just yet.
I think he might be waiting to see what the composition is before he commits too much. I think we just saw
looking like that.
10 mutas in production now, and now a lot of roaches. Ooh.
Yeah. Just 3 mutas.
Just 3 mutas,
actually,
okay.
And then a bunch of roaches here. I feel like he's identified this maybe and
well, he's seen there's no tanks, man.
Yeah.
There's no tanks at all. This means you die to roaches. This essentially is the...
This is so smart,
This is the max, man. This is like, oh, no tanks equal dead from roach.
Yeah. It's so smart because like a normal Zerg player would just be like, okay, now's the time to hit the muta button. Mutas. And then he has a bad comp, but here we got SoulKey. He's reading into it so well. He's like, oh, you don't have tanks. Why don't I just kill you?
Yeah, and 27 roaches on the map now. Granted, roach speed has not been finished yet. It's still a little way away. 2 tanks are just about to come out. 2 tanks will help out for 1 base. It can save the natural, but it will not save the 3rd. So we'll have to wait and see where SoulKey is going to plan his attack if he goes for that third base, I think it just has to lift and run away.
Yeah. These 3 mutas just being so annoying at the same time. He's waiting for all these upgrades. Look at that lineup. That is unbelievable.
Well, these tanks don't even siege. He can actually just run up the ramp and just run into the tanks and just win the game. And
He's
I think that's what it
with
is.
the mutas, and here we go. Tons of roaches pouring through the front. They finally get sieged up, but that is not really enough.
A little too late. A lot of SCVs coming out, maybe just in time. The roaches is retreating. So, you know, great reaction from BravO. He knew he had to pull these SCVs, and I think that helped out a lot.
Yeah, and he's going to start pumping out those tanks for sure now.
Yeah, he's going to make a lot of tanks and Banshees, which is going to help out as well.
Yeah, now the Roaches, a big commitment by SoulKey. He's going to try to come over here and do damage at the third base, but again, Banshee in the sky.
I mean, there's no tank here, so we can kind of pressure it. We can trade with whatever the units there are, but I think these Banshees just zone him out too much. He just doesn't want to deal with them. So nice little foiled attack. BravO, you know, finding a little bit of space, sitting on 3 base, completely unhindered.
SoulKey right now going up to 95 drones.
Wow.
And he's making 9 more.
Jeez, okay. So definitely plans to split the map in half and just go for that massive bank once again, go for those trades once again.
You know, he may just do the same thing. We're seeing him get burrow and burrow movement once again. He may just try to harass with the roaches, maybe try to steal some of his opponent's bases, move those extra drones down to those bases, take the gas. I mean, we saw in the last game, and this map is even bigger. Could possibly go for it.
Could very well. Looking fantastic. Really huge economy from SoulKey, and great creep spread as well, splitting the map essentially in half. But Roach is going to give him a little bit more scouting power at the very least. He's going to try for some economic damage. He's not going to find any in the natural, not with the turret there. And yeah, even the third base completely on lockdown at this point.
Even scanning there, trying to do some extra damage, but
this is the map, man. This is the power of the map. Now seeing, looks like BravO wants to move into the middle of the map, kind of begin his planetary fortress in the center. Going to set him up really strongly for the late game, and essentially give him half the map.
well, trying to come over here is SoulKey as his squadron once again of roaches. Still up at 100 drones. An incredible amount of drones.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder on this map to try and take the your opponent's bases as well compared to Overgrowth. I mean, looking at where you can kind of steal them, we do see SoulKey taking the mid, bottom. It's going to help out if he actually gets some mine gas from that for at least a little while. But I would love to see him put down a drone at that bottom right base and just deny it for as long as possible.
That's the base that I'm staring at. I'm like, SoulKey, send the drone down there right now while you can, you know.
Yeah.
29 mutas on the way. So SoulKey definitely favoring his muta play against Mech.
And scans go down and sees the mutas, so he knows exactly what's up. Great scans from BravO, and it's going to be up to BravO to have sufficient anti-air this time.
Yeah. That timing, man, just the sense to be like, I need to see his composition now. And the mutas like pop out of the hatchery as he scans. It's like, whoa.
Perfect timing.
How do you do that?
And I wonder, are we going to see SoulKey actually try and trade with the army this time? I think likely. We're seeing mutas rotate down now. And he's going to try and look for something.
There's not a lot of Ravens here.
See him flying in, but 3 Thors and Vikings. Yeah, them off. We do see Roaches trying to deny as much gas as possible, which is obviously the lifeblood of Mech.
Here we go. Is this enough turrets here? He's going to be able to take out this Thor pretty easily and now start going for the factories, it looks like. No, he's going to go straight for the armory here.
Perfect choice.
Very, very nice here. Going to delay that upgrade so much.
Man, look how many CCs there. He sees the CCs and like, well, I guess there's no point in me just trying to kill the main CC because there's so many of them here. So he's going to get rid of the production instead. And while that's happening, he's going to try and deny the gas once again. Yeah. I mean, if he got rid of the too, it'd be fantastic. Ooh, taking a lot of missiles there. And he's adding more roaches as well, which is interesting considering how many tanks there are on the map.
Well, looks like trying to pick off some tanks here at the third base at least. Maybe going to try to go for some harass there. But
a lot of Banshees as well. Trying to get what he can. The Vikings are too far gone. They're actually going to get full wiped out.
Out of position here. even catching a Banshee there. Just a little extra bonus. And the roaches here, as you were mentioning.
Okay, so low roaches. They have been scattered out as well. Another perfect scan from BravO. BravO just way too good with these scans, man. We are seeing
It's pretty
Hydras.
unbelievable.
Hydras being upgraded as well, Valdez.
Wow.
And now, finally, the Reaving count starts to begin production. Going to help out in that late game. But unless they get picked off, another nice little meter harassment.
Picking off a Raven, that's a good pick off. I mean, he doesn't have that many mutas, so just trying to find what he can.
We haven't really seen the 5th base or anything like that from BravO being added either, which is a big deal. I think he needs to get that the next gas is on for his production to continue going on. Doesn't have really a bank at all, though he is almost maxed out. So I wonder if we're actually going to see a mech move out on the map. Something we didn't see last game.
Yeah, he just like didn't get a chance to move out last time. There was a lot of pressure from SoulKey the entire time. Swarm host at the front. But this time, SoulKey not really going for the Swarm host. He's making a bunch of Vipers here.
Yeah, he's making a much different composition. We need to have a look at the tank count to exactly try and understand exactly what SoulKey based that decision on as well. Very, very interested.
Tank count right now is at 13.
Okay, 13.
4 Thors.
So it looks like he will be going for like that blinding cloud timing. Well, no, I wouldn't call it a timing. Blinding cloud. I keep calling things timing. Blinding cloud attack. You'll be looking for a way in. Looking to find a way to blinding cloud the tanks. Maybe take out a base. Granted, between the middle base and the bottom right base, there is a bit of space. There's a chance you can get in there, get some good blinding clouds off, and just right-click down the planetary. Great scouts off. Oh, I mean, great scans off. He finds everything.
How does he keep doing this? It's very impressive.
He just knows exactly where he has to scan. And look at the spread out tanks and army there is. It's going to be very, very hard for SoulKey to run into.
I don't really know about this one. He's running into a bunch of tanks here with only roaches and hydras. The blinding clouds don't do much.
Yeah, I mean, a little too late on the blinding clouds more than anything else. And the tanks are just zoning out everything. That's another Raven, which is nice. But I think we're going to have to see SoulKey settle in for the late game at this point, because it feels like there's almost no way in.
It's looking like it. We got some barracks, maybe just for some walling. There. But we got a Nidus here in the main.
Here we go. This is something that's going to really try and put the Terran out of position. It's going to do very, very well for what SoulKey's trying to do and take out that bottom right base.
Oh, and that main... There are a ton of Hydras in here and nothing to defend. Here we go. A bunch of Hydras popping out, and once they kill all those missile turrets, those 3 mutas can help out as well, but I think it's just going to go straight for the production. Look at this giant mech army trying to come into the main base. It's so slow.
Yeah, it's so difficult. It looks like he's just right-clicking down the important buildings. Looks like he's going to get out. Now the Terrans kind of rotated back. At the same time, we do see SoulKey in the bottom. So make the transition into the bottom right. Let's see how many turrets are there for these mutas.
Doesn't look like there's that much, and a lot of tanks here unprotected.
Tanks. Wow, this is a great move from SoulKey. Exactly what he needed. I wouldn't even blame him if he just went for the tanks, to be honest. Follow up with another roach transition.
Could be good, but you know there are a lot of mules here. Maybe just take out all of those mules that just dropped.
Oh yeah, he's going to right-click down the planetary, and he should be able to get it because there's nothing really rotating down there. Finally, Thor's coming back down, but
it's just so slow. And then he can just Nidus the main again. This is so annoying to deal with.
Oh, so many point turns.
Yeah, more mutas being made here.
Just hold on.
Nice push here at this base. Able to possibly take out that Hatchery eventually.
Oh yeah, 100% getting that one. 2 Thors. He could take the Thors out. There's a couple turrets as well. I mean, either way, it's a bad trade. Looks like he's just going to let it go for now. Nice little move there from SoulKey, doing a little bit of damage.
The one thing that BravO has done a nice job of is taking out these outer, like the outlying bases, the ones at the south and the north of the map, in the middle. And he's really denied SoulKey that gas mining. If you look at the gas right now, SoulKey is down pretty heavily there. I mean, he is pretty much pumping only mutas, so of course he will be a little bit down on that. But very nice job by BravO, at least in that facet.
Oh yeah, he's got enough mutas to kill CCs now. It's like fantastic.
It's like 4-shotting a CC.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, be careful of the 4 shots, of course. But resetting the turret count as well just means you can come back after the mutas are filled up. and just do it all again.
Yeah, he's not leaving. He's staying.
Yeah.
Seems like the army right now of SoulKey is pretty much only Mutas. So, like, I was going to say, you know, maybe try to go for some Nidus harass somewhere else. You know, you're dragging this entire mech army all over the map, but, I mean, SoulKey's pretty much only got Mutas at this point.
Well, I mean, looking at exactly what BravO has, so many tanks and Banshees, along with, like, a few Thors and a bunch of Ravens. I think it's probably the best choice. As long as he doesn't take any bad hits from Thors, he's always going to do so great. And I'm loving seeing this Blinding Cloud on the tarts. It's going to make things so much easier, so much more cost efficient.
Yeah, you know what, BravO, he wanted to make a move at that base, but he's going to lose a lot here in the main at the same time. This is a lot of Mutas. Could take out a lot of those factories. The Vikings are coming back, though.
They will have to
deal with that.
As long as there's Thors behind them, they would be okay, but if Mutas find a chance, they could just take out all these Vikings.
Coming in for the fight, picking off a bunch of the Vikings, but PDDs go down, 5 of them. 6 of them now, taking out a lot of that DPS.
Yeah.
And out of the Thors, those slow Thors, enough time was bought for them to finally come back.
Best of SoulKey just lets the mid go, trying to take out production, try and take out a base. I think if he just went bottom again and just went for that bottom right base, try and stop the Terrans gassing from more than anything else. Because we are seeing BravO get a better bank than SoulKey. Granted, SoulKey has 10,000 minerals, but 700 gas to the 2.5 and 3,000 of BravO.
Yeah, and now he's going to start making infestors. So, again, just more and more gas being poured in. We will try to retake these 2 bases. It's going to be very annoying for BravO. He takes it out, but it pops up again. He has to go take it out again. And here's the Ling harass that he loves to do. He's actually just going to run right by.
Okay. Well, it's still happening.
Same time.
Oh, perfect.
Here we go. Going to come in, and this time I think he's going to try to pick off some tanks. Gets a couple there.
Take what he can. And yeah, this is perfect because it's going to really mess up. Oh, cannot take those Thor shots.
Oh, a lot of those mutas being taken out.
Ugh. So, kind of gross. He's remaxing on Lings though, so he's going to try and get rid of some of that bank, which I think is a perfect choice. What we saw him do last game was so good. I mean, he just traded so well with tanks, but this time getting into production, which is also a huge pain.
You see all those missile turrets being made there? He wants to take that base.
Yeah. I think he will if he sets up shop. While that's happening, we do see SoulKey take the top one.
Yeah.
He has to have one of them at the very least. But I mean, even being equal economy account is horrible. But
gonna come from 2 sides with the Lings, but again, this heavily upgraded mech.
Yeah.
Not doing too much damage.
I think he's relying on the tanks to do all the damage for the Lings, but with the splash, still just spread the tanks in position.
He's being cleaned up here. Missile turrets in the main have been rebuilt here. And now SoulKey is going to start making some spine crawlers at his bases. He definitely needs to hold that base, as we were mentioning. Let's see if BravO tries to go harass that base while he leaves a bunch of tanks and missile turrets at that new base.
Looks like he might be trying to. We need to see how many missile turrets exactly are waiting for him. He will have to commit a lot to it if he wants to do anything. Yeah, that is a lot. They are upgraded pretty nicely. We haven't seen any swarmers being made from SoulKey this game.
Yeah, interestingly enough. What do you think the reason for that is?
I think just because there was already such a big tank count, and I mean, what's he gonna do on this map? When you think about it, like, what are Locusts gonna actually do? Like, they're not gonna find any way in because it is such a. It's basically 3 ways, but they're like can all be covered pretty easily from the center.
Here come the infestors. Ling's coming into tank. He's trying to get the fungals down. It's not the greatest one.
Not too good. There's too many Thors there, plus the Vikings too to boot.
Well, he will get the fungal on the Banshees here, but the auto turrets, that is a nice fungal, but can he follow it up? He gets another decent follow-up here. One awkward Ultralisk going to start fighting the auto turrets now.
Oh my god, that is so many Thors, and they start working on the mutas.
Man, this is a really strong push, actually.
Yeah, this might be actually too strong.
And the base down in the middle is totally covered there. He's totally fine.
Oh, mutas once again in very awkward position. They cannot fight this.
No, he's not quite able to do that.
And while this is all happening, you know, those tanks were just not in position. They were not with this fight at all.
Yeah.
This is pure mass Thor, and it might be enough now with so many Zergs to kind of take hits as well. As well as the Muta's kind of distracting the Thors, making them simply volley at the air.
Yeah, you know what? There's not enough ground army here. BravO is actually protecting too much at that middle base while going for this attack. And these Ultralisk is doing a number on a lot of the ground units here for the Terran. SoulKey does save not that many Mutalisks. I thought he saved a little bit more. Took too much damage, I guess, from the Thors a little bit earlier on. He's only on 5 at this moment. He's remaxing on pretty much only Infestors and Ultralisks. So.
Yeah, you know, this is actually doing a lot of work now. And the bank of BravO is completely gone. He has spent all his minerals. There is a lot of gas, but no minerals left.
Now fighting with Vikings on the ground. Kind of a desperate situation right now.
Yeah, looks like we need to see more Banshees added for BravO to really deal with this. Some nice fumbles slowing everything down, but he doesn't want to run for those mass tanks.
SoulKey actually using some of his drones here to fight. He's actually down to 24 now.
Look at the economy. Look at the income of SoulKey. It's barely moving anymore. He lost 22 drones in that. He doesn't have the top middle base.
He needs to retake a base
somehow. He's running out of gas. He almost has no gas left. I think this might be his last-ditch effort, except for maybe a Link follow-up, but he doesn't really have much left, and I think BravO's realized this.
It's looking like it. This army is being split up now and taken out by Seeker missiles. He's going to try to come in here, but that'll be an easy repair. Even the missile turrets just blocking the Ultralisk from getting a good surface area. The Banshees now in the Thors and the Landed Vikings coming in to defend against this.
That is actually a tower defense strategy, you know, making a little maze through your towers to get to what you need to go. See, BravO, you know, he knows what he's doing.
And now BravO, he's identified this. He knows that the only base that SoulKey can take is that top one. And he's just going to go straight back and deny it. He's got a lot of Banshees.
He's got such great map awareness, like with his scans all game long, and there's constant denials of the top and bottom. It's just fantastic work from BravO. He is a really skilled mech player.
Oh, here we go. There are a lot of Ultras and actually Hydras in the back here to try to fight against this. Not that many tanks in the back here. He's following up with some Zerglings as well. Will this be enough? Actually, no, it doesn't look like it. GG.
GG Daybreak.